Every human being carries a desire deep inside to become someone meaningful and to achieve something worthwhile. Almost everyone dreams of reaching a higher level in life and doing work that truly matters. That is why countless people spend hours watching motivational content online, listening to speeches, and reading uplifting quotes. Yet, even after consuming so much inspiration, their lives remain exactly the same. Progress feels slow or completely absent. The reason behind this is simple, but often ignored. A strong and successful life cannot be built on motivation alone. Motivation is temporary. Without discipline guiding your actions, motivation fades quickly and leaves you right where you started. If this truth is not clear to you yet, stay with this story until the very end, because it carries a lesson that can completely transform the way you live. There was once a quiet little town where a young boy named Ethan lived. Ethan was full of dreams and ambition. He wanted his life to mean something and hoped to achieve greatness someday. Each day, he filled his mind with positive messages. He watched inspiring videos, read success stories, and listened carefully to people who had already achieved their goals. Over and over again, he promised himself that things would change. He would study for long hours, wake up early, and become a new version of himself starting the very next day. Just imagining this future made him feel energetic and hopeful. However, that feeling never stayed for long. After a short time, usually just a few days, he would slip back into old habits, choosing comfort over effort and excuses over action. Failing repeatedly left Ethan mentally exhausted. He felt disappointed in himself and confused about why nothing ever worked, even though he tried to motivate himself constantly. One afternoon, he ran into his friend Ben, and something about Ben felt completely different. Ben's life appeared organized and calm. He woke up before everyone else, followed a fixed schedule, studied consistently, and improved himself little by little every single day. Ethan couldn't hide his surprise. He finally asked, "Ben, how do you manage to do this every day? How do you stay inspired enough to keep pushing yourself without stopping?" Ben smiled softly and replied, "I don't depend on inspiration at all. I depend on discipline." Ethan didn't fully understand. With a puzzled look, he responded, "But isn't motivation the most important thing if you want to succeed?" Ben gently shook his head and said, "Come with me tomorrow morning near the river. I want you to see something for yourself." Before the sun rose the next day, Ethan joined Ben at the riverside. The morning air was cool and quiet. Sitting near the water was an elderly fisherman. His body showed strength built over many years, and his eyes reflected deep experience and patience. Ben greeted him respectfully and said, "Grandfather, could you share the lesson about discipline that you once shared with me?" The old man looked at Ethan kindly and began to speak. He pointed toward the flowing river and said, "I come here every single day at the same hour. It doesn't matter if the weather is harsh, cold, or pleasant. I cast my net, wait calmly, and accept whatever the day brings. Some days the catch is plenty, some days it is small, and sometimes there is nothing at all. But I never stop coming here." He paused and asked, "Do you know why that is?" Ethan thought for a moment and answered, "Because you enjoy fishing." The fisherman smiled and replied, "No, young man. I come because it is my duty. If I only showed up when I felt like it, I would miss many days. And if I waited only for perfect conditions, my family would suffer. I don't wait to feel inspired. I rely on discipline." Ethan listened closely as the fisherman continued. Motivation is like a sudden spark. It shines brightly for a short moment and then disappears. Discipline, on the other hand, is like a steady flame. It keeps burning day after day, regardless of circumstances. Nearby stood a bamboo plant swaying gently. The fisherman pointed at it and asked, "Have you ever heard how bamboo grows?" Ethan shook his head. The old man explained, "A farmer once planted bamboo seeds and cared for them daily. He watered them, protected them, and waited patiently. After 1 year, nothing appeared. People mocked him. The second year passed, still nothing. The third and fourth years showed no visible growth either. But the farmer continued without quitting. Then, in the fifth year, something remarkable happened. Within just a few weeks, the bamboo shot up to an incredible height. This happened because all those years, the plant was building strong roots beneath the soil. Without that unseen foundation, it could never have grown so tall. The fisherman looked directly at Ethan and said, "Discipline works the same way. For a long time, you may see no results at all. But if you stay consistent and patient, the outcome will eventually surprise you." At that moment, Ethan felt a shift within himself. He realized that he had always been chasing quick results and waiting for excitement to push him forward. Now he understood that discipline, not motivation, was the true path to success. From that day onward, Ethan made a firm decision to change his life for real. Instead of waiting to feel inspired, he designed a daily routine and followed it strictly. On days when he felt unmotivated, he still studied. When his body felt tired, he still exercised. Even when sleep tempted him, he woke up early and stuck to his plan. Days slowly turned into weeks. Weeks became months, and months passed into years. Over time, Ethan transformed into one of the most respected individuals in his town. His discipline shaped his character, his habits, and his future. Whenever someone asked him about the secret behind his success, he would smile and say that motivation is unreliable, but discipline never fails. Doing small tasks correctly every single day leads to extraordinary outcomes. Success is not about one big action performed once, it is about consistent effort repeated daily. He always encouraged others not to wait for the perfect moment, but to begin immediately, stay committed, and build the future they desire with discipline.